do not need a big account to start making money with options. I know that sounds like something every trading guru says before they try to sell you something, but stick with me because I'm going to prove it. My name is Tony. I'm a trader and coach over at Real Life Trading, where we help everyday people learn how to use the stock market to create consistent income safely. For the past several months, I've been running a challenge on this channel where I use a small account to place one credit spread per week, real money, real broker, everything on camera, and I've stacked over 80 wins in a row doing it. Today, I'm going to break down exactly how credit spreads work for small accounts, the minimum you need to actually get started, how to set up your first trade step by step, and why this is a strategy I think every small account trader should learn before anything else. And if you're new here and you're tired of watching people trade with $50,000 accounts and feeling like the stock market isn't for you, this video is going to change the way you think about trading. Let's get into it. So if you have a small account and you're trading options to leverage that small account, you're most likely not making money, and this is why. Buying options is a fantastic way to grow your account, but it is the hardest way to do it. So why is that? Because whenever you are buying options, you have to be perfect across the board. You have to get the direction right, you have to get the trend right, and it has to move in the right timing. The timing is what messes everybody up. So options have what we call theta. Theta is time decay. With buying options, theta is working against you. Every single minute, you are losing money on that option. And so if you think the markets are going to go bullish and you have a great double bottom here, let's say, and then you decide to go bullish right here on this retest and you buy some calls, and you buy these calls that expire in 7 days, and this market starts to go bullish for the first day, and you're like, sweet, I'm making money. And then the second day, it starts to pull back. You are getting crushed. If you are buying options, every second that the markets are not moving in your direction, your delta is not going to overcome your time decay, your value of those options. Every single second, because of time decay of buying long options, is working against you. So if you have a target up to here and you buy your strikes out of the money and the stock is currently down here and it starts to run and it works the entire time and you are correct, but you run out of time and it doesn't make it to your strike or to your target, you are going to end up losing money, even though you are correct the entire time. Comment down below if this has happened to you. It's happened to me before, right? If you are not buying the right strike and giving yourself the perfect amount of time to be able to make money with these options, you are going to struggle. Trading is hard enough already, and buying options adds so many more caveats to make it that much more difficult. Yes, if you're correct, you will get rewarded handsomely. You will print money. But if you are incorrect and the stock doesn't just move, it has to go perfectly in your direction. It has to get there as fast as possible, and it has to move through your strike. Now, you can buy closer to the money. It's going to be a lot more expensive, which means there's potentially more risk. And that kind of helps negate this move a little bit, but you still have time working against you. Because if the stock goes up, goes through your strike, and then it works back down a little bit, theta is still taking money off of this. And so even if it runs, your break even is not your strike. Your break even on these calls is actually a lot higher than that strike. And so you could be through your strike still and not make any money. So what is the answer then to making money with options using a small account? Well, think about this for a second. Whenever you are buying options, who is that money going to? Okay, you just spent $100 on a call. Where does that money go to? It goes to the person that sold you that option. So when you lose, what happens to that money? The person that sold you that option keeps that money and they win. You need to join the team of selling options. Okay, so that's fantastic. But here's the problem with selling options. You need a lot of money to be able to sell options, right? You need thousands upon thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars to be on that opposite side selling those options, because that's a great game, right? Let's say the markets are here, you know, based on probabilities, the option market gives you the probability ahead of time. It tells you, hey, this option has a 95% chance of winning and not getting there. It already does that. And so everyone that's taken the 5% bet they're paying you really, really good money. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars, maybe even thousands of dollars to take this bet. You've got a 95% chance. They're taking a bet that their 5% chance is going to work. They don't realize they only have a 5% chance. They just see the markets are going to go up, but they don't realize all the other factors that we just talked about, right? It has to go up. It has to go up quickly. It has to stay above the strike. All of these things are so hard to get perfect. That's why it's got a 5% chance of winning. So the 95% chance sounds fantastic, but you can't do that with a small account. You have to be able to cover the costs of the responsibilities of selling those options. So what is the next best thing? A credit spread. A credit spread allows you to get all the benefits of selling the option without needing the big account. So how does this work? Well, let's look at these calls, for example. We think the market's going to run up, but it's not going to get to here, right? 95% chance it's not getting to here. So we sell this option. So let's look at the charts here and use a real example. We just put in a massive bull day. There's a good chance the market's going to keep running. That is true. Everyone's seeing this and everyone is buying calls. But what they don't realize is the markets are going to run bullish, but they're probably not going to get up to here in the next few days. So up here is our 95% chance area that it's not going to get there. So if we were to sell this call up here, we are getting paid that money. But what we're immediately going to do is we're going to buy a call up above it. And what that bought call does is it limits our exposure. So instead of needing $50,000 to sell this call to get paid that $1,000, we went ahead and bought our own insurance to say, hey, I'm going to take this responsibility, but I'm only going to have the responsibility from here to here, and then I'm going to buy my own insurance to protect me. So there's a $50,000 liability on this one, but we just bought our own insurance, and so now the only risk we have is the difference in the distance from here to here. So the distance between these two strikes right here, that's the only risk you have now. So if you buy it $1 wide right here, you only have a $100 risk instead of a $50,000 risk. And you still get to get paid that premium. So now you can play the game of no longer having to be correct. The markets can do whatever they want to do. You're going to play the game of probabilities. There's a 95% chance that it's not getting to here, and I don't need a ton of money to be able to do this. I am simply going to sell a credit spread up here. I'm going to sell that option. That's paying me money. That's paying me $1,000. And then I'm going to spend some of this money that it's paying me to buy my protection up here and buy another call higher. Both have the same expiration. And let's say I spend $500 on that call. So I get paid $1,000 to sell this call. Well, I'm going to use some of this $1,000 to be able to pay for my insurance. So let's say my insurance costs $500 by buying a call just up above it. So I get to keep the difference now as my profit. So I got paid $1,000 to sell this one, but this one carries a lot of risk and a lot of margin requirements. Well, if I immediately tell my broker to do this as a vertical spread or a credit spread, then broker knows, okay, cool. Yes, there's a lot of exposure here, but they bought their insurance here, and so now their exposure is limited to the distance between these two strikes. No longer need a whole lot of money. In fact, you can do this with $100 in your trading account, and you get all the benefits of the high win rate, the high probability, and now you start printing money. Think about it. How often have you lost money by buying calls? All of that money lost is going somewhere. It's going to the people that are selling you that option. It's going to the people that are actually making money, right? It's going to the casino instead of the gambler. You want to be the casino, not the gambler. The casino has a much bigger building than most people's houses, right? Where's the money going? It's going to the casino, not the gamblers. So what we want to do is keep the difference here. So what we want to do is a credit spread. That allows us to play this game, have the high win rate, but not require a whole lot of buying power. So you can do this with a very small account. Again, you're selling this option here, getting paid some money. You're using some of this money that you just got paid. It's already in your account right away. Using some of this money to buy this other option up here, your insurance. And again, you can do this as a vertical spread. Your broker will do it simultaneously. And so you get to keep the difference, which in this case would be $500. And your risk would be way less. There's hardly any capital required compared to what it normally would be with selling just the option. If you want to see what this style of high probability trading actually looks like, check out the playlist in the link down below where I document every single one of these high percentage trades on a weekly basis, the good, the bad, the ugly, and teach you exactly how to do it. Again, the playlist to watch that is completely for free down in the description below. Check out those videos. Okay, so credit spreads remove the issue of needing massive amounts of money in your trading account to be able to play this probability game. But how much money exactly do you need to be able to trade a credit spread? Well, you are in control of that. The distance between your sold strike and your bought strike is your risk. And so if you just want to have $100 risk, you can do a $1 wide spread. So you could sell the 90 and buy the 91 for a bear call spread. Or for a bull put spread, you could sell the 80 and buy the 79, right? The strike further away from the current price is the one that you are buying. The strike that's closer to the current price is the one you're selling. And so you can control your risk this way. If you just, again, want a $100 max loss risk, do a $1 wide spread. If you want to do a little bit more risk, or maybe you have a little bit more money, you could do a $5 risk. So instead of 91, you do $95. So sell the 90, buy the 95. There's $5 between that, which means you have a $500 max loss risk. And actually, it's going to be a little bit less because it's going to take off what you're getting paid for that spread. But just for easy terms, that's what you have. So you can keep doing this. The majority of my spreads are $5 wide. So the majority of my spreads, I'm risking around $500 per contract. Now, you can do one contract, you can do 10, you can do 100 contracts, you can do 1,000 contracts, right? But you don't need a ton of money to be able to do this. You get to choose and set up exactly how much risk you want on a credit spread by determining how wide the distance is between your sold and bought strikes. So, of course, the amount of money that you're getting paid is going to be proportionate to that. So what I try to do is find a credit spread that's paying me around 10% of that risk. So if I have a $500 risk credit spread, so I have a spread that's paying me, so I have a credit spread that's $5 wide. Okay. I want to try to get paid $50 per contract. If you can stick towards this rule and sell the credit spread that's paying you that, and by the way, if your next question is, okay, how do I know where to sell on the chart for the credit spreads that's going to give me the safest outcome and the highest probability win rate, I'll tag this video here as well that'll walk you through exactly answering that question of how to do that. So let's walk you through exactly what this looks like on your broker so you can visually see what I just explained. So what you want to do is first select your ticker that you want to trade. And then after that, you want to make sure that you select vertical when it's talking about the spread here on the options chart. This is my broker here in TradeStation. Your broker might look a little bit different, but all the brokers are going to have some selection up here to be able to select what you want. So you want to go ahead and select vertical. Once you have the vertical selected, now you choose your expiration. Whenever you're first starting out with credit spreads, I would probably recommend selling around 30 days out. And I would recommend usually selling at least the 20 delta or further away. So that's a good ground rules to kind of help you get started. There's a lot more that goes into it, but that will get you into a safe place to get started. As you learn more, you can adjust it from there. So if we were to go ahead and go out 31 days and scroll on down here to where SPY currently is. So SPY currently is sitting right around 680. You can see right here how the broker went ahead and put two strikes right here in the middle. So as we change this to a vertical spread, that's telling our broker, hey, I want you to fill me and sell one strike and then buy another strike at the exact same time. So right here, you can see how we have a distance between these two strikes. So these are a $2 wide strike. So our buying power would be $200 per contract for this trade. So let's just go ahead and click on this here, and it's going to pull up this analysis tool. And again, from here, you can be able to see what is actually going on. And so we have a couple dollar distance between here. These lines right here, this is your P&L. So this is your break even right here. Anytime these lines are up above this break even, you are making money. Anytime these lines are down below this break-even line, you are losing money. And the different colors are based on the different dates, as you can see over here. So the yellow is the right now, the green is out in March 20th, and the purple is March 30th. The blue is your expiration. So you can see here, if I go down here and this spread were to lose, and I'm looking at the blue, it would lose $158 max loss. Why is that? Because we have a $2 wide spread here. And so our max loss is $200, and then it subtracts the amount of money that you're getting paid. So in this instance, we're getting paid $41.50. So the awesome thing with credit spreads is you have a max loss. You cannot lose more than your max loss. It's not possible. So it's very easy to control your risk. And you also have a max profit. You're not going to make more than what you got paid for this credit spread. But here's the thing. You are going to be able to win consistently with a very high win rate selling these credit spreads at the right time in the right location. The main things that you want to make sure that you're getting here is that you are selling this credit spread. So we want to make sure in this case that our max loss is always higher than our max profit. With credit spreads, you are going to always have a bad risk reward, but it's negated by having a strategy with a high win rate. So don't get too stressed on this of like, man, I don't love the fact that I've got to, risk $158 to make $41 in this instance. Yes, but remember what we first talked about. The probabilities are on your side, right? You can risk $41 to have a chance to make $200, but the probability of that happening is around 10% probably in this instance, right? But everyone thinks it's a sure thing. You'll hit some, like you're going to win 1 out of 10, but the other 9 are going to be draining you. You're going to constantly lose the $200, $200, $200, $200, while you finally hit one that makes 300 or 400. You're still underneath the water. What I would want to do is flip that and have the 90 to 95% win rate, depending on your credit spread of where you're selling it, of course, and be able to consistently make, in this example, $40. Even though my risk reward is not great, you can still make $40 consistently. And again, I show you in that playlist down below that I mentioned earlier of exactly how to mitigate this risk if it does go against you. The point of this video is to really help you to see that you're playing the wrong game. If you do have a small account, selling options is going to be the game that's going to consistently grow that account. Because if you could make $50 a week on your $200 account, and you do that for 3 or 4 months, I promise you that account is actually going to be growing consistently compared to you constantly losing $200, having to go save up a few $100 more, come back, trade it again, lose another $200 on a trade, go back to work, save it back up, refund the account. We've all been on that game. I'm telling you, the big money, the people that are really printing money in this market are the ones that are selling the options. And credit spreads allow anyone to be able to join the big money, join the game of selling, get all the benefits of selling without needing a large trading account. And yes, you can scale this and use this with massive accounts. If you were to do this with 1,000 contracts, you'd be getting paid $41,000. You would just need $158,000 in your account, but you could make $41,000 in one trade with an extremely high win rate, right? So you can scale this, but for those that are having a small trading account, there's nothing wrong with just doing this as well and printing money on a small account, only utilizing a couple $100 and giving yourself a high probability play. That's going to be a money printing machine for you to keep that consistent income going, because consistency over time is what is going to make you money in the markets rather than one massive win, but you had to lose 20 times to get that one big win. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines thinking you need a huge account to make this work, you now know you don't. Credit spreads are the strategy I wish someone had shown me when I was first starting out and had nothing. And it's the reason I've been able to stack win after win in the $200 strategy challenge. If you want to see this live in action with real money, go watch the $200 strategy challenge playlist. I'll link it right here, and it's also in the description. And you can see every single trade I've placed for months. And if you're serious about learning how to do this the right way with a real community of traders right behind you, we offer a free trial over at Real Life Trading where you can see our full strategy, watch us live, and decide for yourself if it's a fit. Hit the subscribe button if this made sense to you, because I put out videos like this every single week, breaking down real strategies for real people, and I'll see you in the next one.